Hi guys, it's Catherine, and today I am bringing to you all my, what month is it? September TBR. Now, I did a TBR in the beginning of summer, just because I was like, you know, we'll get the TBRs out of the way, which I don't know why I decided that. It was the stupidest decision, also the stupidest video I've probably ever made, because I, like, completely did not stick to that. I don't even know if I've read anything off that TBR. I don't know. It was really unrealistic, because I got a lot of books. Like, I couldn't have predicted what I would get throughout all of summer, so I don't know. I must have like been low on video ideas or something. But anyways, we're back to the monthly TBRs, if even, because sometimes like I don't even stick to TBRs because you just never know what's gonna come along for you. But especially with the way that I get my audiobooks, like sometimes I just don't know what I'll find. But nonetheless, here we are with another TBR. At first, I wasn't gonna include like any of the new releases because I'll have a whole video coming about my anticipated releases for fall. Hopefully I'll have a video coming because every season I plan on making those and then I just never do because I'm like too intimidated because like I just can't speak descriptions when I just haven't read the book yet, and even then, you know, sometimes it's a mess either way. So an anticipated releases video would be like a nightmare for me, but you know, I think I'll do it this time because there's so many books that I'm so excited for coming out in the fall. And yeah, so at first I wasn't gonna include any books that are coming out in September because like that's kind of like the list already there. But there is one book that I will for sure, I'm so excited to read when it comes out in September. I forgot the exact date. I think it might be like the 18th or something. But it's Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. This book is the third book in the Stalking the Jack the Ripper series, which I read. I don't remember when I read the first book, but this is a book that I feel like everybody's crazy about. Everybody loves it, raves about it. But it's just never one that I was like too interested in, but my library had it on audiobook and I just thought why not listen to it, so I did. I liked it enough, and then I moved on to the second book, Hunting Prince Dracula, and that second book, let me tell you, was so freaking good. Like, I enjoyed it so much. Probably one of my favorite books of this year. A really great sequel. Would recommend. Just get through that first book so you can get to the second book. It was really good. Anyways, so I'm really excited about the third book and see where that goes, and especially Houdini. When I was really young, like I was obsessed with like, Houdini and Amelia Earhart. Like Amelia Earhart way more than Houdini, but still, you know, what if they did Amelia Earhart? I know that's like many years apart, but like that'd be so cool. Why doesn't anybody ever write about Amelia Earhart? Are there books out there about Amelia Earhart? Like YA fantasy, you know? Something like that, historical fiction, I mean. In this series, we kind of follow this girl, I don't remember her name. I'm so bad at remembering characters' names, honestly, sorry. But we follow this lady of society who wants to become, okay, I'm the worst. I can never remember anything. What is it called? Like a mortician, but there's a fancier word for it. I don't know, but she wants to be that, and that's not like acceptable for a lady of her class or even during that time women at all. But in these books she just kind of ends up getting sucked into mysteries along with her dashing young partner, Mr. Thomas Cresswell. Love him. So the first book was Jack the Ripper, the second was Dracula, and the third one's gonna be a Houdini. So I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm also excited to see some characters that we didn't see in the second book again. So yay, I'm very excited, clearly, because I keep saying I'm excited. The next book I would tell you if only I could find it. Here it is, Ink, Iron, and Glass by Gwendolyn Clare. I got this in a uppercase box. I'll have that unboxing linked if you would like to check it out. But when I got it, it sounded super interesting, and I tried to start reading it, and I just got like to page 18. Much progress, and I love that as well. Thank you for following. But I don't know, clearly I never finished it, but my library had it on audiobook, so I was like, let me just get the audiobook, see if I can like get it going, and then maybe I'll pick up the physical book, but who knows, I'll probably just, you know, make my whole way through the audiobook. But in this world, there are people that have the power to create worlds by just writing them out, and so our main character's mother goes missing, and so she goes on a quest to find her, or like her mother's kidnapped, and then other events kind of take place, and so she is forced to go into like this alternative Victorian Italy. That sounds magnificent, honestly, and join this like society of, what is it, young scientists and other people, and just kind of recruit them to like help her find her mother and everything, and like I guess this mystery that's going on. So assassins come for her, something like that. I don't know, political conspiracy or something like that. Should be interesting, hopefully. It's quite a short book. It's only like 300 pages, I think. So yeah, I haven't actually heard much of this book at all, like anywhere, so we'll see. Okay, I fixed the book. The next book that I have on this list is Nexia Unleashed, which is the second book to Nexia. I did not write down who this is by, but it's like, I think his first name is Scott. And I don't think I know how to say the second. But anyways, I read the first book a little while ago, sometime this year. I listened to an audiobook, and then I totally forgot that the second book was coming out, and then I just saw it in the bookstore, and I was like, oh yeah! And then I saw it on my library on audiobook, so I got it. Or I have it on hold, and I'm just waiting for it. But Nexia is a YA sci-fi book about like this group of kids who are on this spaceship headed for this planet to go and harvest Nexia, which is a special substance that can be like molded into any form. And so everybody that was on the spaceship in the first book like was on there for a reason, like because they were poor, or like they had like a past to escape, or like their family had like health problems, needed help, whatever, you know. It was just an array of different people with big problems. But the whole catch of the first book, and I thought in the first book that we were gonna get to this planet like sometime during it, but we didn't. We were on a spaceship the whole time. I don't know, it was just kind of like unclear in the description, but now you know because I just told you, so you don't have to like go through the whole book wondering when are we gonna get there. You're welcome. What was I saying again? Why does this always happen to me? Honestly, when I'm like walking down the street telling my friend a story, like I will literally go, I do not know what I was saying literally 0.5 seconds ago. Oh yeah, so they're on the like trip to the planet. There's this catch thrown into the whole thing where they have to fight for their position to go to this planet. So the whole time it's just kind of this big competition, and it's really high stakes and intense, and the last book left on such a cliffhanger. So I'm excited to see what this whole planet is about and uncovering all the secrets and stuff that are going on. So hopefully people won't take too long with this book, and I will get to listen to it sometime this month. Okay, but like, do I pull down both versions? I guess so. So the next book that I have that I want to read this month is Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart, and I was sent an arc of this recently by Little Brown. And then I also have the Owl Crate edition that I got in my Owl Crate box. If you want to check that out, I'll have that video linked if you'd like to see it. So if you get the Owl Crate August box, then this beautiful cover will come in, but if you can like just get it regular, this is the cover. Anyway, so in this world, women are not allowed to read. They do not really have any rights, and we follow two sisters. I don't know, it's kind of complicated. One sister is like the handmaiden to the other, and that handmaiden sister, it has like this huge secret that the other sister ends up taking the blame for and going to jail for. And then the handmaiden sister ends up catching the eye of the heir to this kingdom and like standing by his side and trying to get her sister out, while the sister that's in jail is fighting for her life. And I just butchered that description. Yeah. Hopefully after I've read this book, I'll be able to explain it much better than I just did, but who knows with me. I don't know, I tried to start reading a couple pages of it during like booktubeathon, but I don't know, like I wasn't like in the mood for it, but then also like I'm always in the mood for fantasy. I just don't know what's going on, so I want to give it another go because I like barely even gave it a chance then. So, and then plus now I have this other beautiful edition, so we gotta see what it's all about. Here are the little catch lines that it says. Catchphrases? What are they called? She hates everything about the Graces and what they represent, and now she's one of them. And then we have, she is in prison for a crime that isn't her own. She has never rebelled, and she is about to fight to the death. Cool. The last book that I have on my list for my TBR is These Rebel Waves, which I do not know what it's about. It has a gorgeous cover, and I saw it on my library, and I was like, put a hold in for that. So let me go, give me a second, I'll be right back after I read the description. Okay, there are way too many names. I think there are 3 main characters, but they all have nicknames. One of them's name is like Adluna, and then they just changed to Lou, and I was like, wait, who? And then there's also like the name of the country, and then there's like Grace Lorraine. I'm so confused by this description. But it basically sounds like one of our characters is a soldier who helped overthrow this island's oppressor, and then some diplomat goes missing, and so she's kind of charged with looking for him, solving this mystery. And then we have another dude who's a pirate who harvests magical plants, and he is accused, but he's like, whoa, hold up. So he teams up with the soldier girl to help her find the abductor. And then we have a prince who has to do a bunch of different things that seem very complicated. It sounds like a lot is going on, but the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, and I've also been seeing it everywhere, but I haven't really heard anything like about it. I probably should have done my research on this before I added it into my list, but I already have it on hold, so I'll give you the lowdown whenever I finish reading it. So yeah, that is it for my TBR. Obviously there will be other books on it, and like I said, my fall anticipated releases might come up sometime if I happen to get them when they're released, which is very unlikely because I just never do because I always forget. Or any of these other lovely books that I might happen to read. I also kind of want to read Heart Forger, but I feel like I always talk about it, and that's kind of like a by the end of the year kind of TBR goal. As of filming this, I'm at 29 books on my yearly reading goal, and I looked at my Goodreads and I did not remember this, but apparently I put 65 books as my reading goal for the year. I don't know what I was thinking because I thought it was 50 this whole time, and I was like, I'm doing all right. I mean, it's only a couple months, 4 months till the end of the year. Like, I'm gonna have to zoom through some books, but I don't know what I was thinking. 65? Jesus, I had a lot of faith in myself. I finished 40 books last year. I see why I put 65, because I was like, 50 is just only 10 more. Like, let's amp it up. I'm honestly crazy. I don't understand my past choices, like, at all. But that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Remember to check out all my social media, which are always linked down below. If you'd like to keep up with me during the month. I don't know why I just jumped. That was weird. That's why I always sit down when I film videos, but new setup. She's standing. Keep up with me on Goodreads, which is where I update what I'm currently reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
I was yours on Sunday while we watched the children play. We fell deep in love again, like we always do.